welcome back to Inside the Cellar Studio. I'm Rebecca. This is John. This is actually our second time recording this because we had technical difficulties the first time with staying in focus and our Nikon camera, which I don't know what's going on with it. So let's first talk about our GoPro issues that we've had. Some of you guys know we've had issues with our GoPro, one of our GoPros not recording sound. When we go to garage sales, then we've had to do voiceovers on it. We do shoot with GoPro 8s. We bought them We bought them last year. This last week's garage sale video looks a little different because, shocker, it didn't record any sound, and something had happened with the memory card where I guess it got corrupted, and when John plugged it into the computer, like, only one garage sale video showed up. Luckily, the rest of the garage sale videos recorded in the app. Is that what it is? Does it store it in the app? Where you have it synced to?
Yeah, it's in the app for a 48-hour period, or I'm not really sure. But yeah. So lo and behold, I had to screen share it to our TV because I couldn't get it off my Apple phone onto my PC. So I screen shared it to the TV and then brought the Nikon, which is being finicky today, put the tripod up, and I recorded the video off my phone through the TV onto the Nikon. And then it looked janky, so then I added a filter which made it look like an old style VCR camcorder, high 8 camcorder. So in the end, it took 6 hours for 16 minutes of footage. Thank goodness it was the good 16 minutes, but it was beyond frustrating.
Yeah, and we actually had tried to use the other GoPro that day, the one that did record sound, but we, after the first garage sale, it froze and went to a black screen. Like, neither screen showed anything. When the battery was in, the red light on the front just turned on and stayed on. Didn't make any sounds. Nothing lit up. It wasn't recording anything. We've tried troubleshooting both of them.
Multiple times, multiple ways.
Nothing is working.
GoPro's website, YouTube, all kinds of stuff.
So we searched around and found the best price on a new GoPro, which actually ended up being at Costco. We got the GoPro 11. It was $40 cheaper than the one at Target and included extra accessories, including an extra battery.
And a tripod, which...
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, we're really close today because we're filming on the new GoPro.
Since we had problems with the Nikon.
On the tripod and with the extra battery. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to figure it out. Like, we're not really... I wouldn't consider us, like, technologically incompetent. But we're struggling.
Part-timers.
We are really struggling. But after John bought the 11, I knew we had purchased the 8s last year, brand new. I know it's the older model, but we still had not been using them that long. Even after we purchased them, we didn't start using them until we used them for garage sales.
Until you saw our first video.
And we alternated only a couple hours on the weekends. We took a break during the winter. They were never dropped. They've never been exposed to water or extreme temperatures.
They still had their screen, like the film, not even protector, just the film out of the box. They still had all their film protectors on them. We just...
So anyways, I found the receipts. Of course, we had purchased them in March. It's April, so we're at 13 months, and GoPro's manufacturer warranty is 1 year, and it states at multiple places. They're very clear on that. I still reached out to them on the one that was a black screen, just in case they had any other ways to troubleshoot it. I didn't have any expectations because I knew we were past that 1 year mark, even if it was just a month.
I had already moved on.
John had already moved on.
That's why I bought the GoPro 11.
We've invested, like, I know we bought them on clearance. So, like, we didn't invest. We've invested a lot, though. We have the batteries for them. We have the charger unit, so we don't have to plug it in. The cradle, the battery cradle. I don't really like to change if it works. So Their customer service is only in Pacific time. They were not allowing me to request a phone call, so I could only do it by chat. An hour and a half later, because of course they never respond like quickly after you say something, they actually decided to make an exception and replace that GoPro with a new GoPro. They did say that they could not replace it with a GoPro 8 and asked how I would feel about getting a GoPro 10, which I can't even be mad about it. Like, if we were still shooting with the GoPro 8 and hadn't got the GoPro 11, we'd still be thrilled because that's so nice of them to make the exception for our GoPro unit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we still had the receipt, but of course it's a business expense, so you should still have your receipts and you
Yep.
shouldn't get rid of them after taxes for
Correct.
I don't know how many years, but we just have
6.
a lot of years. I don't know. We still have all of them, and we keep them really well organized, which is how I found the receipt so quickly.
She does.
But we shipped off the that broken GoPro on Friday. It's going to California. They did say they won't ship out the new GoPro until they receive back the old one. And I don't know if we're getting a brand new one or if it'll be a refurbished one. I'm not sure.
Either way, it's probably better than the 8 that we sent off. It kind of has to be.
But
I mean, you can only go up.
We're definitely really appreciative that they took care of us like that. If the 10 doesn't work and this 11 doesn't work, though, I have decided that we're just going to go to Sony Handycams. They're tanks. They last forever. The high 8 version with the night vision camera, just in case we go to any garage sales after dark. I'm not really
too early.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how John's going to transfer that tape to YouTube, but he'll figure it out. You'll get it.
Great. I'll just probably record it onto a different camera, through a TV, through a VCR.
And then add filters.
For sure.
We'll give you guys a quick update on the Warhammer 40K. I don't know if it's... Sometimes it's like spelled out like 40,000. I know 40K is the same thing. I don't know what like the people who play it, or are they considered players, or...
What does Henry Cavill call it? Because he's like the world's most famous 40K player.
Role-playing game? I don't know what he calls it.
He just calls it his jam. I know that. So when we had first started the auction, I threw out a bunch of crazy numbers that I thought would be fun. I thought it would be fun for it to hit $200. I thought it would be fun to have 500 views. And I thought it would be fun to hit 50 watchers. She thought all 3 things were crazy.
I just wanted $100 for it.
We're at 53 watchers. We're at 187.50, I think, currently.
998 views. We're so close to 1,000. We almost doubled your view count.
It still has, at this time of recording this, we still have about 6 hours, I think. At the time of this video, probably going live, it'll be very close to within an hour. 30 minutes to an hour.
There's 15 people bidding on it right now. I don't know if that'll go up or not.
It has almost 50 bids. I think we're sitting right at 48 bids between those. I think it'll probably go up some more. It's just kind of one of those perfect situations. We didn't know a lot about it. That's why we listed it as an auction.
Especially because it was used. Some of these were open. Some of these were built. We did actually pull out one figure that was used. It's a Christmas figure, and it actually sold yesterday for $29.11 plus shipping.
Yeah,
so I'm really excited. And the new ones are still listed separately too.
Yeah, and the new ones are still listed and haven't sold. But they have started to slowly pick up views and watchers.
We just didn't know where to price this at. Like, both sets, if they were complete, sell for a lot. But where some were built, and I don't think they were built like how they were supposed to be built.
We have no idea. We did, and the trick is, we've got multiple questions from potential buyers asking us, what was your army name, and what's your transition to, and asking all the Space Marines, are they built? I don't even understand the words they're using. So I can't even regurgitate them. I'm struggling just to remember the verbiage. So I just had to flat out say, we came into this collection. This is not ours. We're not players. We're not past players. This is why we did an auction. And we
started at a penny.
It's going really well.
It is going really well.
It's fun.
And when we have these like high interest auctions, I don't really want to say like high dollar auctions. It's high dollar for us. Some people may not think that's high dollar. So I guess high interest. We always get questions after like within the first 3 days where someone just wants to buy it outright. And it's usually a newer account, maybe not a brand new account. They don't have feedback like ever because we always look at that. And they're always asking, like, I'll buy it right now for this price. And I always feel like it's a test from eBay. I don't know if they test their sellers. In my mind, they do. So we always respond very professionally. It's against eBay policy. We're going to be seeing the auction through. We're
What
never actually tempted to sell it at the price they're offering either
what
because
policy?
eBay's auction policy.
What is it?
Well, that you can't sell it early. You can't end it early to sell it.
Okay.
I don't know the exact verbiage of it. I probably don't even know all of eBay's policies, but I know that one. We've committed to an auction and we're going to see the auction through.
Yep.
And we've never been tempted to sell, even if it looks like it may sell for less
Yep.
in the end.
Yeah, we've lost out in the end, and
That's how it goes.
we've gained more in the end.
But sometimes a lot of those people, they send that message and we never hear from them again. We never see their username on the bidder list, which makes me think that could be it, like eBay testing us. But this was not the case this time. When the person asked if we would take 120, buy it now, they actually continued to bid on it to 120. I don't know if they've continued bidding on it as it passed 120. But yeah, so it looks like they were actually a buyer.
It wasn't a conspiracy.
I know.
They weren't out to get us.
Not this time.
Not this time. Correct.
We did go to garage sales yesterday. We had 2 neighborhood garage sales. Neighborhoods we really like. We've done very well in both of them. I let John pick which neighborhood we went to first. And it was pretty poor turnout.
Yeah. We went to it first for a couple different reasons. One is a smaller neighborhood. 2, it's closer to our neighborhood, our house.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew we could get in and out. And it started early. It started,
They say 7:30.
The sign said 7:30 as opposed to 8 like the other one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one big loop and a couple off streets. The one that we went to second is 60, 70 streets. There's streets going all over the place. It's very hard to navigate. Which street have we been on? Which street haven't we? So we went to it. We drove around. We bought next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We bought a Ring camera kind of lot of a bunch of different stuff. It had a couple sealed items in it, so I figured if nothing else, I would just get my money back from that. We bought
a tape gun.
We bought a tape gun.
Woo!
We bought a tape gun because sometimes they just get so clunky and like gummy. Everything sticks to it. And then we bought a set of wooden bowls.
Salad bowls. Mid-century modern, made in America. I'm going to keep them, though. They're kind of cool.
Totally cool. And then we went on.
Yeah.
And we're really glad we did. We did really well.
We did. I mean, we wouldn't have probably gotten all that we got if we went a different route. So, of course, we're really happy with it. What was your favorite item that we bought?
Easily, we picked up some car manuals, which, we've sold tons of them for cars that aren't that exciting. But these car manuals were for the Viper. I don't know about you, but if you're around my age, you probably had a poster on the wall of a Viper. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure it was red. Bought it at like the book fair at school because that's what you did. Who wants a book? You always get a poster. And so we bought a set of like 3 car manuals, which we did find a listing for. There are 2. One was like 60 and one was like 75. Solds, not just listeds. And then I got like an actual binder that says Viper on it. Has even a picture of the snake. It's really cool. It has all kinds of like more detailed testing schematics and specifications, more so than just the 3 basic manuals. It's just a car, There aren't very many out there. There's probably a lot of people who love their Viper and are trying to keep it, going. Maybe they need it. Maybe so, but I just thought that was super cool because who didn't want a Viper?
I didn't.
Of course you didn't, but you're also, much younger than I am. And so what was your favorite pickup?
Mine would be the cookbooks. I've definitely reached the maturity where I enjoy flipping through cookbooks and magazines and looking up new recipes to try new things. We went to this hobbyist bakers sale. I think that's what she said she was. She had a lot of stuff for being a hobbyist baker. I mean, I don't know if I would consider myself to be a hobbyist baker. I like to bake, but
Mm-hmm.
like I definitely do not have near the stuff that she does. Like
She,
like all the baking pans and all different sizes, and the cookbooks. The cookbooks that she had, she probably bought them all new, and they're like $25 to $50 each because we're not talking like Betty Crocker's cookbook. She
uh-uh.
bought like fancy gourmet cookbooks.
Modern day. We're
That
not
re-
talking like she bought them at Home and Gardens 1993
yeah,
Christmas treats cookbook. These are
really
legitimate,
nice.
huge hardcovers. Um, I I couldn't imagine how much she spent on the cookbooks new.
No, we only spent $37 on them, um, and we're already in the profit, and we haven't even listed them because she had a box of free magazines,
Mm-hmm.
and I did refrain from just grabbing all of them. I was very good. I just grabbed the ones that I was interested in. You're not supposed to kick that. You I
Yep.
learned that last weekend.
My bad. Sorry.
In the past, I have grabbed free magazines when they're free and they want you to take them. We did it with Martha Stewart Living. It's really the holidays and the weddings for her. It's not really anything else. So we ended up recycling a lot of them. So I just really stuck to ones that interested me. I was not looking to resell. They were all really nice magazines. Um, most of them that I hadn't heard of before. I also don't look at magazines at the grocery store because they are so expensive and I would never pay that. Um, when I got home, I did look at eBay to see what they sell for, and I was pleasantly surprised with this magazine. It's called Sift. This one is actually not for sale anymore. I am going to keep this one. It's a King Arthur flour publication. If you bake, you know King Arthur flour. He doesn't.
I know King Arthur.
So I listed 5 Sift magazines and one cast iron cooking magazine. That was all that I felt was worth it. I'm not going to waste my time with an $8 to $10 magazine when I wanted it in the first place. And we woke up this morning to 4 of the Sift magazines already selling. They all went to the same buyer. He paid $72 for them.
Mm-hmm.
We usually look for, I say Magnolia Home, but maybe it's Magnolia Journal. Maybe it is. Chip and Joanna Gaines magazine, because we know that the first issues sell and people like the later issues too, but they are not near as valuable as Sift. We'll probably never see this magazine again, but I'm going to look for it now. Everywhere we go, I'm going to look for Sift
You
magazine.
saw what? The first 10 issues first sold. Not an asking, an actual sold.
$220.
Whoa.
Which they are really cool. Like the back has a recipe on it. They have pictures. I like pictures in my cookbooks with my recipes. I want to see what I'm baking, and they just look like good recipes, good comfort food recipes, in my opinion.
And we got a lot of cookbooks to list too. And books are easy listers, easy to store if you have it set up right, easy to ship.
Yep, and we've already sorted ones we're keeping versus ones we are selling. So that's really exciting, so we can get them started. One of the final things I have is a friendly reminder to always check pockets and pouches when you are listing or selling items. If you buy from Goodwill, at least in the Tulsa area, they go through all of them for us to definitely pull out anything that might be of value. That's why the zippers are always open. We bought a FootJoys, Dry Joys jacket at garage sales last year. It was not this year.
In the fall.
And it just sold. And I guess we didn't wash it. It didn't make it in the house at any given point. So it must have stayed in the garage, must have been listed on this table, and then bagged up. Was it bagged up?
It was put in the coats, which coats aren't bagged initially because they're so large. And every time I bag a coat, I get that additional question. What's not the length this way, but what's it at an angle or something. So I just don't bag coats just because it's wasting 2 of our giant bags. So it had been sitting in the bag area. We sold it. We had it listed, or actually it had a sale a couple weeks ago, and it made it through the sale, and then someone bought it full price. It had a logo on it to a local course, so it's not it was super clean. That's why we didn't wash it. We're not those people. But I went to fold it the other day to ship it, and it wouldn't fold right. It's like something was hampering the jacket itself, and I stuck my hand in, and I found
some super cool Ray-Ban sunglasses.
so a pair of Ray-Bans. We've already found sold comps and listed comps, but
because it does have like the model information and color on
everything.
one of the.
They are real. They're not fake. And they sell for about $50.
Yeah,
so,
which is more than the jacket sold for.
Yeah. So I think we paid $10 for the jacket. So we got a $30 jacket plus a pair of $50 sunglasses that I almost gave to the future owner of the jacket, which, in the end wouldn't have really hurt my feelings if they would have called it out and been like, hey, thanks for the sunglasses. I'm like, oh, dang. But
they're not mine.
But it's, it's nice to find a bonus here and there. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. And at garage sales yesterday, we found a Ray-Ban glasses case. So we picked it up, of course. It's not in the greatest shape. I think it's torn with the button where they open it, but we're not advertising it with the glasses case. That's just going to be a bonus, so it's kind of cool that it does have it with it.
Kind of gives us that extra padding when we ship it too.
Yeah,
and it was free.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy...
I think he thought it was mine.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because he only counted the two things, but I was holding it all and showing him. So,
yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, as John said, we had discounted that jacket a couple weeks ago because we are doing our spring cleaning, where we deep discount things in our store and they go bye-bye. We usually have a garage sale, but we're not going to do that this year. We're just going to...
We don't have the time.
No. We may put stuff free at the curb in our neighborhood garage sale, which is also every other neighborhood's garage sale that we're going to be going to, or we'll just donate it. But, yeah.
We took a big lot yesterday donating it, and we're just trying to make some...
space for new stuff.
Room, space. I couldn't think of the word. Just because we purchased a lot in the past couple of weeks. We finally finished listing the 200 Nintendo games. I got all those listed. We've sold probably about half of them. We're officially in the profit. So we still have about 100 to go. And our best, A titles got listed last because that was my goal, is to list all the not bad games, but just the games, don't have, I did it again, that don't have great value, because if you list the expensive ones first, you're not going to list the bad ones. But yeah, that's kind of one more thing. What?
Next
Sunday in Glenpool, Oklahoma,
at the conference center,
which I'm not exactly sure where that is.
I think it'll be easy to find,
but I'll have posts right after this. Is the Nostalgia Swap. I'm very nervous of that word because I feel like I'm going to butcher it for some weird reason. But it is a convention of toys, video games, comics, apparel, clothing, shoes. I talked to the guy who runs it yesterday. I saw him at the flea market, and we're definitely going to go. We're excited to go. It's a lot of stuff that we like. We like to resell, but we also like to collect for ourselves. Admission is free. He's got a couple guests. One of the guys was in Black Panther. Not the guy who plays Black Panther.
I know that.
Which you were questioning yesterday.
No.
He plays a guard in Black Panther. But past that, I'll have a post.
We've shared it on our Instagram as well with more details.
Which we don't do very often with Instagram. Also, if you message us on Instagram.
I have finally responded. I'm so sorry.
We didn't know how to.
Yeah, I didn't know that it sends a request, but it doesn't alert us of a request.
So,
but I've responded to everyone who messaged us.
To our recent buyer 3 weeks ago, we answered your question. Thank you. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing next weekend. We'll have garage sales. We'll have garage sale video this week. On Wednesday. Last week was a treat, a vintage looking treat. This week it should be really good. We have our GoPro 11 out in the field. You'll get to see all the magazines, cookbooks, and such that she picks up and makes me carry. We went back twice. That was fun. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Good weekend. And that's all we got.
Yeah, so like this video, subscribe, tune in next week for another Inside the Seller Studio.
Thank you.
Bye.
How do you turn this thing off? How do you turn this thing off? It's new. I don't even. Oh, there it is.